Yo, what's up, everyone? My name's Dave, and you suck at programming, all right? And today, I'm going to do something you guys have been asking me to do for a while, all right? I'm going to look at a bad command, and I'm going to clean it up in real time so you can watch my process for how I clean up bash scripts, okay? This is not anyone's command specifically, but this is a conglomeration of stuff I've seen that has resulted in just a wild, gnarly-looking command, all right? All you guys out there, for some reason, love Docker. You guys are like, yo, Docker's awesome. And looking at Docker, I've seen some stuff that is way worse than what I'm showing you, okay? But for some reason, Docker commands love to be just super long and super hard to read, and there's so many things that are quoted, and there's like escape quotes and multiple quoting, and it's just a nightmare, guys. All right, so let's look at the script and see what we got going on here, okay? So we make data. So as you can see, we're making JSON data where the name is the first argument and the comment's the second argument. Let's not even talk about the fact that if we pass in a name that has quotes in it, it's gonna break. All right, there's so many things already that I'm seeing all this, but I have to push it aside because we want to clean this up, okay? So we do a sudo docker run, blah, 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 all this stuff. We're running a container, we're running bash with -c that runs curl. We're putting that data to localhost 8000. Okay, so we're taking data, we're taking information from arguments, a name and a comment. We're formatting that as JSON, and then we're putting it onto a remote HTTP server. Seems simple enough. Let me show you how I would fix this in real time, okay? So what I would do here is there's a lot going on here. I'd probably break it with a backslash here, and then I would just break it down here. So we'd have the name of the machine down there, and then we can put the command here, and then what gets run in this command could go on its own line. So right here, we already have, okay, we have our Docker command, we have the Docker options up here, the name of the Docker image, the command we're gonna run, and then the specific bash stuff, all right? So we've already broken it down. It's a lot easier to understand what's going on. Let's go a little bit further. Bash-c, we don't need this. This is just extra information. We don't need bash. This whole thing is already going to get processed by a shell. So we can get rid of this, get rid of the quote here, get rid of the quote here, and then we just have to deal with this weird quoting. Get rid of that, get rid of that. And this already looks so much nicer. We're running our Docker command, we're running it, and then we're just running curl. All right, so let's see if this works. We called it, what was it? WTF. Name is Dave, comment is hello. We run it. And you can see valid JSON is true, and we got our information back. So what the server does, the server reads the information that I send it, shows you exactly what information it got, and then it sends it back to you with this metadata, letting you know if it was valid or invalid. This is super useful because what if I were to say, I don't know, hello, this has quotes in it. What happens now? Uh-oh. We have invalid JSON. See, the server just told us that what we sent to it was invalid JSON. We have an unexpected token queue and JSON cool. And what we sent it was this. As you can see, it didn't do anything to try and escape those quotes. Not great. So what can we do to make this even better? Well, I'm not going to do this one in real time because I'd actually look up some of this information to figure out how to do this. But manually crafting JSON and trying to escape it yourself, don't bother. Use a tool that is right for the job, okay? And the tool in this example is I used JQ. So with JQ, you can give it null input, basically saying don't read from standard in. We can give it two arguments, a name, which is set to $name that we've taken as, $1 above, comment, and then we just print the object. And then we put that entire object through this Docker container. So as you can see, there's really no weird quoting. There's no escaping of quotes. So when we run our base script, let's say Dave, hello, we get back Dave and hello. Awesome. Hello, this has quotes in it. Well, look at that. This has quotes in it. And if we go over here, it's being correctly escaped. So can this do all the escaping that we expect it to? Well, let's take a look. What if instead of quotes we had, I don't know, let's put something wild in there. What do you think? Let's do tput set af1 red. We're actually going to put some escape codes in there to make the output red, and then we'll reset it because we're good. So what happens if we run this? Wow, look, it correctly escaped it for us. It's still valid JSON. That's awesome. Using JQ, we can process that. We could say, oh, let's get data comment. Cool, as you can see, it's escaped. So what if I do -r for raw? It's red. It print red output. How cool is that? All right. Use the right tools for the job. Okay. Get rid of all that weird quoting. Break things down into multiple lines so they're easier to read. Don't try to handcraft JSON. Use a tool that's built for that. Okay. Either the programming language you're in will have some facility, or use the JQ tool. I really like the JQ tool. So yeah, that is a sort of real time how I approach some of these gnarly one-liners you guys have.